When documenting your work, the first thing you want to do is find a proper location to hang your painting or drawing. It's important for you to take a photo of this work upright. You want to avoid taking pictures on a table or placing it on the floor and taking a photo of it from above, because this can warp your image dramatically and leave a lot of work in post-production for you to edit. So find a nice open wall for you to hang your work. When hanging, you can use simple push pins to keep it in place. If you have a level, even better. This will help you make sure it's not crooked, but if you don't, no worries. Just do your best to make sure it's nice and even, and you can edit this afterwards when you're cropping your image. So hang your work on a flat wall, pin it up. Another thing that's important is making sure your lighting is good. You don't want any odd cast shadows, any glares. Natural lighting is the best, so if you can find a open wall near a window, that's ideal. If not, make sure you have a lot of artificial lighting in the room, so overhead lights, or you can introduce lamps or clamp lights to add additional light if needed. When you're ready to take your photo, you don't want to be super far back from the image. Walk up nice and close, and don't try to crop it within your camera. You can do this afterwards. Just get it as close as possible so you have a little bit of a border. You don't want to tip your camera downward or upward. Try to level it as best as you can. So once you've walked up, leveled your camera to the image, you can go ahead and work with the exposure. You get this by tapping your screen, and if your image is, let's say, overexposed, you can edit that right away, or you can just tap and let your phone adjust the white balance for you. Once you've done that, you can take a photo. And I have an iPhone. Android software, I think, has editing features built in as well. This is for iPhone, but you can find things that look quite similar on Android too. So once you've taken your photo, you can open up the editor that's built in right into your iPhone, and you can start adjusting your image by cropping and leveling. So when you hit the crop icon, you can level it in different ways. So let's say your phone was tilted too far up or down, there's a tool to help you adjust that. Same thing with if you've turned your camera too far to the left or right, it'll help you adjust that as well. Once you've leveled it properly, you can go ahead and drag the outer corners so the only thing that's visible in frame is your artwork. You don't want any of the walls showing, anything in the background. It should just be that work of art. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and crop or hit done. And again, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner here, there's still some of that border visible. That's fine as long as it's not an overwhelming amount of background. I'm okay with a little bit of that showing through. So once you have cropped it, you can go ahead and edit your image a little bit. Again, we don't want to completely alter the work from what it looks like in person, but you can go in and adjust the contrast, adjust the black point, adjust the highlight, just to sharpen the image a little bit. It's just to refine. Another good tool is the warmth tool, where you can adjust temperature. So if it's really warm in that room, you can kind of offset it by cooling down the picture. So once you've properly edited the photo, you're good to go. And in the end, the image should look something like this, well cropped. There's no odd glares or shadows. The only thing that I see in frame is the work of art. This would be very appropriate to submit for an assignment.